남자입니다. 안녕하세요, 여러분들. Wow, it's another heavy snowing day here in Istanbul. As you can still see the snow dropping down in broad daylight. Yeah, it's -2, -3 degrees Celsius, so it's actually really cold. And because the snow is still coming down, it's getting hair and everything all wet. So see, everybody's like in full protection, face protection, head protection. And yes, another episode where I'm gonna show you the snow around my neighborhood again. Um, but because it's really cold, it's hard to like stay out here for like extended period of time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit while walking all the way to a cafe. After that, we settle down at a cafe, have a chit chat, and then once it get warm enough, come out for another walk. For those of you who missed the first uh, session of the first part of the snow thing, yeah. Okay, so I think I really want to walk like up here. Oh, look at that! If you're here, let me know you're here. Say hello. You see, there are much fewer people today out here than yesterday because today the snow is way heavier than yesterday. Oh, but the street dog is still here. Street dog still coming to the park. Every morning, this street dog comes to the park. Every single morning. Very interesting. Street dogs, like, they're so consistent in their behavior, where they go and all these things. You see a lot lesser people today because the snow here today is just super heavy. How much snow? Let's take a look. This much snow, this much. It's like this thick. Look at that, this thick. More than this thick actually, one entire palm actually. Yeah, very thick snow makes it that it's very hard to. Oh, good morning, Crystal Moon. Good morning. Welcome to us. Very snowy day here in Istanbul. Very heavy snow today. When it's so heavy snow, you will not like see like yesterday kids playing, dogs playing, yeah, because it's too snowy today, like too snowy. This is like about half a feet of snow, and today we're just taking a walk through the Abashak Park, my neighborhood park. Oh, you see, it's so beautiful. Cats taking shelter, street cats taking shelter in the shelter, taking shelter in the shelter. See, street cats. Oh, see all the street cat footprints, paw prints. See, this is how street cats survive winter. This is how street cats in Istanbul survive winter. They have this shelters built up for street cats pretty much everywhere, and given is proper cat food. And inside all these houses is proper like beddings and stuff, so they are kept very warm. You see, there's an occupant here. Where do you go? This here. Where do you go? Oh, it was there. It came out. You see, look, another street cat. These are all street cats, by the way. These are not owned by anyone. Interesting, yeah? Crystal Moon. Those dogs were funny yesterday. Yeah, today no dogs around because today's snow is just too heavy. When it's snowing this heavy, everybody gets wet. It's very dangerous and uncomfortable. You see, today the park is pretty much empty versus yesterday. Remember yesterday the park was like so full of people, so full of life, but today like completely empty. And how much snow? This much snow. Look at how much snow this is. So man, this much, half a feet, about half a feet. But in Ankara it's a lot heavier. In Ankara, snow is now way over 1 feet. Yeah, Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey, snows a lot heavier and a lot more than Istanbul. Oh, there's some kids here checking out the snow, and dogs as well. Oh, and the proper sledges. Wow, kid with a proper sledge. I've not seen a proper sledge here yet. Everybody uses a like wash basin usually. This is a proper sledge. Look at that. Okay, a proper sledge. Merhaba. Whoa. Whoa, this is so nice. Have you guys played with a proper sledge like this before? Without having to go to some place you have to pay for, huh? Look at that, it's all the way down. And then he's got to walk all the way back up again. Very nice picture, yeah? And Crystal Moon is in New Zealand, isn't it? Really cold. Churchill, New Zealand, isn't it? Really cold, really hot right now. And this is something I really don't like to show you guys, but you see, homeless people, even in winter, just sleeping out in the cold. I really love how the trees all look heavy with snow, you know, white on green. Such a serene picture, yeah. See all the white on green. And this is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing to do. Ish! I don't get my hair wet. I like to do it with oh, dog here.
Come here.
Eating snow. My dog loves to eat snow as well. Back then, Toto, my dog in Korea, she loves to eat snow. She's eating snow as well. Dogs love to eat snow. For those of you who are Singaporeans, snow to them is like what? Ice kacang. Look at it. There's the owner calling the kid with the sledge. But it's not responding. And it's interesting, like here in Turkey, usually when people take dogs to the park, they just let them go, you know, like no leash or anything. And again, as you have noticed, no snowman. No snowman. Nobody builds snowman. Like snowman is a once in a lifetime kind of thing, you know. Once you've done it once, you won't want to do it again because it hurts your hand so much. Whoa. Such a serene picture, yeah. Çok güzel means very beautiful. Çok güzel. I really love the picture from here.
Anne kar eriyene kadar buradayız.
Buradayız. Ish. But it's actually really dangerous, no? Because right now, you can't see all the holes and potholes and stuff, so it's actually very dangerous to walk in the snow like this. Crystal Moon. Yes, New Zealand colder at the bottom of the South Island, a lot warmer top of the North Island. Oh yeah, because closer to the South Pole, yeah. But you do get weather like this as well, isn't it? Like worse than this, isn't it? In New Zealand. Günaydın.
Günaydın.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Nasılsınız?
İyi. İyi günler.
İyi günler. Always grab opportunities to practice my Turkish language. Oh, look at this tree. It's a very interesting looking tree. The tree kind of like curls into a donut in the middle. Boom, and then going up again. So curly. These curly trees are at least a few hundred years old. This is a natural park. This is not a built-up park. If it's a built-up park, you won't get like super old trees like this. This is at least a few hundred, probably upwards of 1,000 years old, to get the bonsai curls like this. This curls. You see this curls here. Wow. This shows that this is actually a natural park, huh? Not a built-up park where all the trees were planted from somewhere else. I see some very old trees here, like here. Very old trees. This is a very old tree. Very old trees here. Well, I said today, because the snow is so heavy, you don't get many people out here playing because you see, it's still snowing, no? So we're all getting wet. So it's not like yesterday. Yesterday the snow actually stopped for a bit and everybody was out playing. But today you look at that, you can still see the snow coming down, isn't it? So you can still see the snow coming down. Photo time.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's flattering to have some people have a nice day. It's so flattering to have people randomly come up to me to take photographs. Feel like a celebrity sometimes. Whoa. See, actually, you see, as you can see, this whole thing is a slope, you know. And this is how Istanbul is, you know. Everywhere is a slope. You see, this is like a 45-degree slope all the way down. Istanbul is very hilly. That's why in this weather, even though you see like snow looks beautiful, right? But over the past 2 days, so many accidents on the road. So many. I watched the news and like cars were the car stopping on the slope was just sliding backwards on its own, crashing into all the other cars behind. Yo, it's that bad. Crystal Moon, I heard that Ankara has the dangerous wild dogs in the pyramid. No, not just Ankara, everywhere. Everywhere, even in Istanbul, all the Istanbul street dogs, they're all tagged. When you see them with the tag and the ear, they are big, but they are not dangerous. They are very friendly actually. They love human, not dangerous at all. The Ottoman Empire has bred dogs all over the city since a few hundred years ago. So this is kind of like all government property, you know, these dogs. Oh, they're not like street dogs like strays, you know, they're all government properties, all with tags on the ears. Again, you know, sad to see like homeless sleeping out in the cold like this. Kind of sad. And it's very, very dangerous to be out. Like, can you imagine like walking this? It's very easy to slide and fall. It's very easy. Like I had a very hard time walking all the way out to here from my home actually. Very hard time. It was not easy to get from my home to this place because I have to go like up and down the slope, a few slopes just to get to here. Not easy. And as you can see, the snow is still coming. I'm gonna get drenched very soon, so I'm gonna start to go somewhere indoors so that I don't get drenched. Yes, snow is water, okay? You get snow all over your hair and everything, you get drenched. So this kind of like a little first part of today's live stream, just showing you guys this part of the snow. Later on, after it get warm enough and more people starts coming, and we're done with our coffee, then we'll come out and take another look at the snow, shall we? So right now, let's just go get some shelter. This is not the kind of snow you want to be out for too long. And for those of you who just joined me, welcome. This is my home park, the park in my neighborhood, the Abasak Park. Yes, in Turkish it's called Abasak, not Abasaga. Okay. Abasak Park. Oh, it's very hard to walk this slope. Fuck. Oh, almost slipped. Oh, it's very hard to walk. Oh, shh. Dog don't want to be disturbed. You see, you can slide down this slope. No? This is a very steep slope. A lot of accidents happening all over Istanbul because of the snow and the slope. I gotta go get somewhere where I can grab a coffee and then we can do today's stream, and then later on, after we're done coffee, I see kids playing in the snow. Only kids love the snow, you know, really. Like adults, we hate the snow. So inconvenient. I'll get somewhere indoors and comfortable. Oh, I want to check out the cafe. I've not checked out the cafe. Oh, look at this view. Isn't it beautiful? Oh. Oh, it's not open. Well, look for a cafe with a good view of the snow. Not easy. Wow, look. walking through a real snowy neighborhood here in Istanbul. Kids playing snow. I'm trying to look for somewhere indoors to hide for a bit because the snow is getting quite heavy and I'm getting my hair wet. And later on after coffee, we'll head out and check out the snow again. Oh, is this open? This looks like a good place. Oh, Jigmer? No? Oh, okay. It's not open yet. Oh, it's so hard to find a place to just sit down and get comfortable with a nice good view of the snow. Whoa. Let's see. Like, I know there's this other cafe that I always go to there, but you don't get a good view of the snow in the cafe. I want to go somewhere I can see the snow. Maybe for the first time I'm gonna try this Turkish traditional cafe. 100% they don't have coffee, so it's gonna be chai. Even though I really miss my coffee. But this place here, we can get a pretty good view of the snow, which is very nice. Probably just stream here, hide here for a bit, and wow, it's like a like traditional style cafe here in Istanbul. Turkish cafe style. You're looking better and sound a lot better. Yep, a lot better. Especially after my emergency weight gain program, you know, getting all the meat back on my face. I'm getting my cheeks back. I don't see anyone taking orders, so it's kind of like not an easy place to. Probably some kind of a. I don't know how these things work.
İyi haftalar. İyi haftalar. Selam.
Geçen ayki oturduğumuz şey diyorsun değil mi? Orada değiliz. Oranın aşağısında fark var ya abi biraz. Aşağıda. Biz orada oturuyoruz aşağıda.
But snow gets this heavy in New Zealand, doesn't it?
Onun aşağı. Abi o oturduğumuz yerin aşağısında. Aşağıdaki bir park var.
Maybe I should try here. Nice indoor with a good view of the snow. Oh, these are all traditional places. Yeah. I doubt they have coffee. Nope, no coffee. This is a restaurant, not a cafe. Okay, so I'm gonna go out here. I know the one beside is a real cafe, but it's not open. Like that one is a cafe, but it's not open. So I'm gonna have to go to the boring cafe. Oh, good morning, Alma. Nearer the mountains. And today I'm just taking a walk through of the neighborhood, showing you guys the snow, and because it's still snowing. It's still snowing heavily, so my hair is getting wet. So I've shown you guys the neighborhood and the snow for the first 15 minutes of this live stream. So I'm just gonna go get indoors now, get warm and comfortable, get a coffee, and then after that, when we finish our coffee and get warm enough, we'll come out again to check out the snow again. Okay? So right now we really need to go somewhere to hide. Actually, it's very dangerous to walk right now. You see how frozen the streets are. A lot of accidents happening. Cars just sliding backwards on their own on the slopes, crashing into other cars. Trucks sliding backwards, and tragically a few tour buses ran off the hills. Yeah, so there have been casualties as well, tourist casualties. So it's actually quite sad. Yeah, times like this is like, it's just very dangerous. Like, snow looks nice, okay, snow only looks good, no, but they're actually snow is actually really dangerous. And not to mention, snow is actually bad for anti-aging, okay? Snow actually ages you quicker. Yes! That's why, you know, like people who live in like Antarctica people, or you know, people who live in like Arctic regions, right? They age very quickly. Why? Well, stay tuned. I'm gonna make that video today explaining why snow ages you very quickly. Ah, Crystal Moon. Near the mountains, they have ski fields. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that kind of thing though. Elma, it's pretty there, but glad there's no snow here, low. Yeah, snow is extremely inconvenient and very dangerous for like old folks walking. Now, even I slip a lot of times. It's very slippery to walk. I'm gonna go to that cafe. My favorite cafe in this area so far. See how thick a snow this is. It's more half a feet, more than half a feet. More than half a feet of snow. Whole cake of snow. So let's grab a coffee over there, and then once we are warm and comfortable enough, we'll come out and take another look around the park and the neighborhood, okay? Oh, this is the worst time to be moving house or anything. This is the worst time. So hard to walk. So dangerous to walk around. Oh. This is my favorite cafe. My favorite cafe. Oh, hi, nice to see you again. This is my favorite cafe in this neighborhood, right? And I'm going to do my favorite thing here in this cafe. Got to order something. Oh. The snow is no joke, it's really cold. Hands frozen, face frozen, even hair frozen. So I just ordered a toast and a nice warm coffee. Oh, so good to sit down at last. And welcome to today's live stream. And yeah, I think I really look a lot better. I got all my. See, if you have been following me on my Instagram, you know that over the past 2 days, I've been 3 days actually, I've been eating this indiscriminately, having fried chicken for supper and all the things, just to get my face bloated back up again. You know, like over the COVID period, my whole cheeks got sunken, my eyes were sunken. You know, I look so old, yeah, immediately. But now, boom, a lot better, yeah, isn't it? Do I look younger to you guys now today versus 2 days ago or last week? Yes or no?
Americano size small medium grande.
Büyük de.
Büyük.
Evet.
Oh, very good.
Teşekkür ederim. You just asked me what size of Americano I want. I said one like big. Big in Turkish language is büyük. Small is küçük. Küçük ve büyük. Small and big. Elma, I like the picture behind you. Oh yes, very nice. There's you know, the cafes in this area are very arty-party. In fact, I've shown you guys quite a few different cafes here, all very beautiful and very well designed, because this area is like the university district of a very well-known university. So everything tends to be like arty-party and very young and well designed. And if you just join me, welcome. It's a very snowy and very cold day here in Istanbul, -3 degrees Celsius during the daytime, and it's still snowing. And for the first 20 minutes of this live stream, I showed you guys the snow in the area, in the neighborhood and in the parks. And now, because it's still snowing, I'm getting snow all over and it's very cold and wet. So I'm here in my cafe, my favorite cafe in this neighborhood, just to, you know, have a chit chat. And after we get warm enough and we have enough food, head out once again to check out the snow, right? See how hard it is to walk in this snow. I mean, like slipping and falling all the time, and cars as well. Cars literally slide backwards, okay, when they stop on these slopes. Very dangerous. If you just joined me, welcome. This is a live stream. If you're new to my live stream, this is a live stream where every morning at 10:30 a.m. Turkey time here in Istanbul. Yes, I'm here in Istanbul for more than a year now. I show you, go to a different location here in Istanbul, a cafe or whatever, grab a coffee, and then just chit chat about pretty much anything. And I'll show you guys like interesting things in Istanbul here. When I run into them, okay, this is not a travel show, it's kind of a chit chat show. And welcome Sherry, just popping in to say hello. Limpeh, you look well, and yes, young, it's beautiful there, but really cold. Yeah, very cold, -3 degrees Celsius. And yeah, see, like compared to last week, I look a lot better, isn't it? Just compared to last week. Just having the face bloated back up, immediately you look younger. And in fact, I made a video about this as well. I'll probably post it next week. I actually videoed how I look over the past few days, and how I eat, and how I get my cheeks back out, cheeks out, and eyes out. You know, you see, you can barely see the sunken eyes anymore. Yeah. So compare this and compare last week. See the big difference. It's not that a lot of people, right, especially middle-aged people, you tend to think that you look younger, skinnier. No, there is a line, you know. There's a fine line. If you're too skinny, you look older. If you're too fat, you look older. There's a fine line in the middle. Okay? And that fine line really is this. When your cheek is just rounded and not sunken, and not slopey, and no sunken eyes. Right? It is a very, very tricky point to reach. Most people overshoot this. When they try to gain weight, they overshoot. Or when they try to cut, they cut too much. They don't have good control over how much they gain or lose weight. Like if I have very good control. I know exactly how much more to eat or how much less to eat to get immediate effect, you know. And for those of you who are curious about the snow here in Istanbul today, stay tuned. If you just tune in, stay tuned. After we have our coffee and something to eat, probably in the last 15 minutes of this live stream, we will go out there and check out the snow again. Today I'm having a toast and coffee, nice and warm. Elma, snow is pretty but dangerous. When it snows in Houston, it looks totally different and super bright. When snow comes down, it feels like a fairy tale. Yeah, right now it's still coming down. If you know, I will prefer less of this fairy tale. Like yesterday, if you check out my live stream yesterday, a lot of kids and dogs were playing in the park, right? Why? Because the snow actually stopped. Actually, right now it's pretty much stopped as well. When it stops, people starts coming out. When it's still snowing like that, people don't come out because you get all wet. You know? And what's better in a -3 degrees Celsius snowing day than a nice hot cup of Americano? And not to mention the fact that snow actually ages you faster. Why? Stay tuned for another video I'll make after this live stream. A video about why snow ages you faster. So actually snow is a Kim. Oh, good afternoon, Kim Teo. Welcome. Did you just join me, or did you manage to catch our walk through the neighborhood and checking out the snow, Kim? Oh, something on my nose. What's on my nose? Very uncomfortable. Kim Teo, how do you control the weight going to the face only and not anywhere else? Very, very good question. Now, you need to understand the mechanics of how you gain weight in the first place. You always gain and lose on the face first. When you gain weight, your face comes up first, then your body. When you lose weight, your face will go down first, then your body. That's why if you are very fat and you start to lose weight, you start to have a very small face and a very big body, right? This is how you control. Means you need to be able to play your food at the level where it only affects the face and not go to the body. Because so that means when you cut, you will lose on the face first. So you will cut and monitor your face. when it starts to get to a certain level, you go back to your maintenance food level. Then it won't affect your body. Or if you want to gain weight, okay, you need to gain more weight, okay, then you eat slightly above your maintenance level, you will see your face come back up. And once it comes back up, you go back to your maintenance level before it goes to the body. That's the trick. You always gain and lose on the face first. Oh, this is perfect for a snowing day like this. Hot chocolate, no hot chocolate. Hot coffee. The only time I actually had a lot of hot chocolate in my life was when I was living in Madrid in Spain. That was almost every day I was having hot chocolate with churros. Look at the people, adults playing snow. 打血战 Nunori Nunsauki 打血战 So happy. When was the last time you see full-grown adults play like that? Only in Istanbul, you know, people take time to just have fun. Elma, in the 80s, when people got into doing aerobic exercises, a lot of women have big heads and skinny bodies. Oh, yep. You know, you really cannot afford to lose control of whether you're gaining or losing. Every day you should know where your level is. Very, very important. I know the level I can eat at, you know, in order to just maintain this with no weight gain and no weight lose. And if I need to gain overnight, it's very so easy. I just eat a lot of crazy things all day for one day. That's all I need to do. One day I'll get back up. Yeah, like this. You see, my face is all back up again. Yeah. Just last week, you see, my cheeks were all sunken, isn't it? And if I need to lose weight, it's even easier. I just fast for one day. Boom, it's all gone. Which means that every day I'm eating at really at the bare margin of my maintenance level every day. Now, but honestly, to be honest, it's very hard for most people to do this maintenance, because if you don't cook for yourself, it's very hard to control this. If you're working, you have to eat out, and especially if you're working exhausting jobs that makes you eat more, it's very hard. Or if you belong to a society that eats very high caloric food, you know, like some East Asian food, right? Then it's very hard. Good morning, Mabel Han from Singapore. For those of you who just joined me, you missed the first 20 minutes of this live stream where I show you guys the snow today and how the neighborhood looks like in the snow. Okay? And it's still snowing, -3 degrees Celsius. That's why I came in for a hot coffee. We'll do a little coffee chat for the next half an hour or so before we head out again and check out the snow again in the neighborhood. Yeah. So if you guys missed the first 20 minutes where I show you guys the snow here, don't worry. Afterwards, we'll still go out and check out the snow again. So do stay tuned, right? Oh. Mabel, what kind of yoga do you do in the morning? I do a Kriya, a form of Kriya yoga.
Sonra çiçek yapmaya devam et. Öyle bırakırsan kurur.
Have you learned any Turkish anti-aging secrets? No, Turkish people have no anti-aging secrets. Turkish people age very quickly. In their early 20s, you can see it. And it's not hard to understand why they age quickly, because basically the food and lifestyle. The food and lifestyle breaks every of the three enemies of anti-aging. So if you break the three enemies, you're never going to. Nothing is going to work for you. For those of you who are wondering what are the three enemies of anti-aging, go to my channel and search for three enemies. The three enemies of anti-aging is that there are three things which, if you do any of these three things, or all of these three things, that's it. You don't bother with creams and all, and nothing will work for you. You're just going to age very quickly. And the young people here in Istanbul break all three of them. So there's no such thing as anti-aging here. Megutan. Interesting. Kriya Yoga meaning like pranayama. I focus on pranayama more. I don't do like hatha and yoga, that kind of thing, because hatha yoga and all that sort of thing is more like making your body more malleable and therefore making your spirit and your mind more malleable. At my age, it's very hard to do hatha yoga. At my age, kriyas or pranayama or qigong work better, where we just direct intervention on the energy level.
Oyuncu buralardan çıkmış programlar abi. Oyuncu şey görmüyor. Oraya reklamı dönüyor. Lahmacun oraya bağırıyor. Okulda mı oturuyor? Adam abi şey yani böyle bir maske da koyuyor. Şeyde de oynadı o. Bir tane dizi var. Ahmet Kural'ın ismi. Ahmet Kural'ın bir de şeyde de dizi vardı. Neydi ya? Hazar Raş var ya. Ha öyle bir şey. Onda da oynadı o. Kızın çocuğun abisiyle oynadı. Hiçbir şey ama ayaksızdır o. O şey. Sarhoş.
Still snowing. You can see the snow coming down, right? About more than half a feet of snow. And it's still snowing, still piling up. Weather like this is the worst to be out because you get wet in the snow and it's very slippery. -3 degrees Celsius today with bright sunlight. And snow is so bad for anti-aging. Why? I'm going to make a video about why snow ages you faster later today. Alright. You see, the people who live in very cold countries and people who live very near the Arctic regions, that age very quickly. Why? Find out why in today's video. Right. Mavutan. No, I try to do Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar is quite demanding in the morning. I met a yoga teacher in Rishikesh who taught it and he was 102 years old. Wow, it's very blessed that you can learn from a very old master like this. If he initiate you into Surya Namaskar, then you should just keep doing it. Yeah, then you don't think about other things. If your master initiates you into a certain kriya or a certain practice, you just stick to it. Because everybody needs a different practice and the master knows what to tell you and what to teach you. Everybody's going to be different. You cannot copy what other people are doing, you know. Astro Boy, good morning. Good afternoon, Astro Boy from Singapore. Welcome to another very cold day here in Istanbul. Very snowy day here in Istanbul, and for the first 20 minutes of this live stream, I took you guys on a walk around the neighborhood to check out the snow. But because it's snowing very heavily, I'm getting very wet and very cold, -3 degrees Celsius. So I'm here for coffee. But stay tuned. Towards the end of today's live stream, maybe in the last 15 minutes or so, I will take you guys out there to check out the snow in this neighborhood again. So stay tuned and stay with me, alright? Kim Teo, next week is Chinese New Year. I suppose you don't celebrate. Or I don't even know when Chinese New Year is. Haven't been involved in that thing for like decades. For more than a decade actually. See, in the end of the day, Chinese New Year is only significant when you have families around. When you have no families around, it becomes just another day that you don't even remember. It's 100% family thing. How, you know, very few people like understand. You know, like when it comes to things like Chinese New Year, all kind, even Solal in Korea, it's only significant because of your family being around. The day you are no longer with your family, this thing just goes away from your life. It's really a family thing. Astro Boy, ooh, snow. Later on, we'll go out and check out the snow again, Astro Boy. So stay tuned. And like I said, I'm gonna check out the snow in the last 15 minutes or so of this live stream. So I probably will head out in about 5 to 10 minutes time. Okay, so let's do a chit chat for another 5 to 10 minutes before we head out and check out the snow again. As you can see, the snow is actually coming down very, very heavy again. You guys can see the snow. By the time you can see on camera like this, it's actually very heavy. I doubt there's a lot of people on the streets, and it's very dangerous. A lot of traffic accidents over the past 2 days. Like cars go up a slope and stop and literally just slide backwards, slide into other cars behind. Becomes a mess. Yeah. And tourist buses falling off the hills. So sad. So sad to see. The tourists coming during this period of time in Istanbul is actually very dangerous. You take tourist bus through the mountains, and 2 tourist bus actually fell over. Very sad. Very sad. Elma, extremely dry wind and air, no fresh food. Nope, not all that, Elma. Of course, dryness do contribute, but dryness don't actually age you. You know, dryness only makes your skin dry. It doesn't really age you. I'm talking real aging on a cellular level, and why? You'll find out later on. I'm going to reserve enough battery to make that video. Elma, I'm glad that your view is colorful. Oh, my view of what is colorful? Oh, I mean here? I don't like this view. I like the view from the other cafe there. There we can see the whole treetops and what's that? Rooftops with snow, you know. But the cafe is not open yet. Oh, what a waste. And for those of you into martial arts, it's very funny. That down there, as you can see, it's a nintaijutsu. It's a ninjutsu gym. Wow, the snow is very heavy now. I'm even having second thoughts if I could go out there and show you guys for extended period of time. Maybe I'm just gonna do a walkthrough while walking home, you know. This is the kind of weather to stay home. Yeah. Only tourists and children come out in this kind of weather. This is the kind of weather that normal people will stay home. It's just heavy snowy weather. It's as good as heavy rainy days, you know. You get very wet. You see people all geared up. You can see the snow, right? It's so heavy. Very heavy snow. Today is not a joke. Today's snow is heavier than yesterday. Yesterday was like maybe this thick of snow. Today is half a feet. This thick of snow. More than half a feet. Actually about this thick of snow. Yesterday was like this. Today is like this. Oh. And snow itself is not that dangerous. No, it's really the freezing over. You see all this, a lot of this can be frozen. And you can't tell. You can't tell if it's frozen. That's the problem. And then you slip. Very slippery. Very dangerous. Snow is very dangerous. Even just now, walking out from my home, I slipped twice because I was walking down a slope. So hard to walk down a slope, you know. And you have to walk in a certain way. And nobody taught me. I have to figure it out myself. And you never step on someone else's footprint. See, if you want to walk through a snow safely, especially up and down slope, the trick is this, you never step on someone else's footprint. You know why? Anyone knows why? Let's see. How many of you are snow savvy here? Oh, I really like how glowy I look right now. Cheeks are back out. Cheeks are high. Sunken eyes are feel back out. Look young immediately, isn't it? Elma, I will most likely be at home, even skip work. Shishis, I finally caught up. Hello, handsome. Oh, hello, Shishis. Namaskaram. And for those of you who just joined me, it's a very snowy day here in Istanbul. Wow, now the snow really getting very, very strong. And for the first 20 minutes of today's live stream, I brought you guys on a walk around the neighborhood to check out the snow, yeah? And in the final 15 minutes, we will walk back out in the snow to check out the snow again because I have to go anyways, yeah? And I'm also today going to make a video telling you guys why snow is so bad for anti-aging. That snow literally ages you faster, much faster. That's why people in the Arctic regions, they grow old so quickly, you know. Why? Find out in today's video. And Shishish, welcome back. I haven't seen you in what, weeks? You know. Good morning, Tresla Will from Severance. And Elma, icy compressed snow is slippery. Exactly. So Elma knows, why, when in a snow like this, when you're walking up or down a slope, you never step on someone else's footprint. Why? Because someone else compressed snow, and the compressed snow is like ice. So when you step into it, you slip. So this is the pro tip, pro tip. I learned this the hard way, and nobody taught me these things. That when you're walking up and down a slope in the snow, you never ever step in someone else's footprint. Now you know, yeah? Now you guys know? Who didn't know this before? Who didn't know this before? Who didn't know this before? Who didn't know this before? Close to you. Crystal Moon, I didn't know. Oh, and you're from a Four Seasons country, yo. Oh, I really like how 3 days of emergency eating, I got my cheeks back. Boom, no more sunken cheeks. Still a little bit of a sunken eye, so I still need to eat a little bit more. But look at that, how much younger I look like now, and how much glowy. And we're almost at the time. 2 more minutes. We're heading up to the snow. Oh, I really hate to walk out in this snow, man, because it's so heavy. I'm gonna get all wet. Especially my hair is gonna get all wet. Oh man. But hey, I can't stay in the cafe all day, right? So I'm gonna go out there, check it out, and also make the video about why snow ages you. Okay. You reserve enough battery for this. Elma. NTD TV network is airing She Was Pretty, so I'm hearing that song a lot. Oh, I really hate all these songs. You know why? Because this means that my live stream today is not gonna get monetized again. All this copyright claim right now, YouTubing is just ridiculous. YouTube is just clamming down on every little bit of music that appears in anyone's video, and they put a huge copyright claim on it. So we literally make no money from this video. Yo. It's so unfair, really. I can't control this, right? I can't tell them to not put on the music. It's not my fault. And because of this music, today's live stream, I'm making nothing from this live stream. No money. Not usually I make like 20 to 50 cents per live stream. Now I'm gonna make I can't even make the 20 to 50 cents. So sad. Shish. They portray the woman in the back. Oh yeah, the second one who said it. Yeah. You see, the cafes here in this area, because this is a university area, tends to be very well designed with very artistic touches. Like if you have been following me over the past few days, I actually shown you guys quite a few different cafes in this new neighborhood there, and they're all so well designed. Next time I'll show you guys more. Okay guys, are we ready to head out there in the snow? Elma, the music is already paid for. Yeah, exactly. It's so unfair to all YouTubers. All YouTubers are facing big problems right now because of this music copyright claim bullshit, you know. You look like a university student today, Limpeh. I look like a university student every day. Typically, if I meet people who I'm not gonna see again, and they ask me how old I am, I say 28. I've been 28 for many years. But of course, you know, just last week I looked like crap, and just 1 week of emergency eating, boom, I look young again. I made a video about this, by the way. Probably put up the video next week. Show you guys how I go for very sunken and therefore very old looking to boom, young again. Oh man, I'm so hesitant to go out there. It's snowing so heavily. Maybe I should wait a little bit more. Wait for the snow to die down a little bit. It's too heavy. It's too heavy to walk out there like this. I'm gonna get all wet. You guys can see how heavy the snow is from here? Yeah? So heavy. I walk out there like this, I'm gonna get all wet. Just gonna wait a little bit, yeah? Wait for the snow to just slow down a little bit before we head out and check out the snow, right? Those tangerines look tasty though. Tangerines where? Oh, over there. Oh, okay. I don't know how to walk out there, really. I mean, it's -3 degrees Celsius, so it's cold. But it's less about the cold. It's more about the wet. Because it snows so heavily, you get wet. If you can just, like, if you are just out there for like 20 seconds, 1 minute, it's okay. But I'm gonna show you guys the snow in the neighborhood for 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna get all wet. That's the problem. Snow is very wet. That's the problem. Oh, I really like how I look. Hold on, let me take a picture for the video. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I take photos on the same phone I stream on, so. Oh, it's very heavy right now. I don't know how to walk out there. I can't walk out there like this. Let me show you guys from another angle how heavy the snow is. Whoa, look at that. Look at the snow. Very heavy. I don't know how to walk out there. Oh, shish, you don't know. Being in a taxi is more dangerous. Being in a taxi is more dangerous when it's snowing like this because a lot of accidents. The car will just stop and then slide backwards into other cars. So dangerous. So those of you who are not in four-season country, you don't know how dangerous it is to be in a vehicle in a snow like this. In fact, yesterday 2 tourist buses just fell off a hill and a lot of people died just because it's how slippery the snow is. So you know, you always try to avoid taking cars or vehicles in a snow like this. See, I'm teaching you guys a lot about snow. Number 1 tip is you don't step on someone else's footprint. Okay, you step on someone else's footprint, you're gonna get in trouble. Second tip, you try not to drive. You see, most people, today is a Monday morning, I see all the cars still here. Nobody's driving because it's so dangerous to drive right now. So dangerous. Can you imagine this is a Monday morning where everybody's gone off to work, but they left all their cars behind. You see, nobody drives because it's so dangerous to drive. And good morning, Elijah. For those of you who just joined me, good morning, Liana from London. For those of you who just joined me, in the first 20 minutes of today's live stream, I brought you guys around the neighborhood to check out the snow. And actually, I wanted to finish coffee and then go out there and check out the snow again for another 15 minutes so that you guys can see the snow in the neighborhood. But suddenly, the snow got so strong, very heavy. It's very heavy right now. If you can see on camera, you can see the white flecks on camera. It means it's very strong already. I don't think I can show you guys. I don't want to walk out there because it's -3 degrees and being in the snow like this will get you all wet. Yep. The problem with snow is not cold, you know. The problem with snow is wet. You're getting wet in this temperature, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. So I don't think I can show you guys the snow. I don't again in today's live stream because I really don't want to walk out there. I really don't want to walk out there. In Russia, they change spiky tires when winter start. The driving is smooth as well. See, the thing is, when it's up to a certain level, you can use spiky tires, but not the kind of level that you get here in Istanbul. That's the problem. The Istanbul level is not super extreme, but still is enough to cause trouble. So if you do a spiky tire here, then you can't even move. It's even worse because the snow is not that thick enough. The ice is not that thick enough for spikes to work, you know. So you see, a lot of things you guys wouldn't know about how to deal with snow unless you have actually experienced it. All the things you see on TV it's all nonsense until you have experienced it yourself. Like all things I always say, you know. Like if I never told you guys, like in the snow you never step in someone else's footprint, you wouldn't even know. Like small things like this will get you into a lot of trouble. Liana, have they put grit on the ground? No, nothing. You see, here in Turkey, nobody does anything about this kind of things. Okay? It's not a lot of public service. The weather is so perfect for hot chocolate and Marvel movie. Yeah, this is the perfect weather to stay at home. Nobody comes out. You see, the streets is empty. Nobody comes out during a day like this. This is the kind of day to be at home, right? Honestly, if it's not for this live stream, I would be at home. I'm telling you the truth, no? If I'm not streaming for you guys, I'll stay at home. This is the kind of weather to be at home. Astro Boy, I remember a few years ago, cars in Seoul were like curling stones. Yeah, exactly. And over the past 2 days, cars in Istanbul has been curling stones because of how slopey it is. And of course, Seoul is very slopey as well. Yeah, especially in the Chutek Mall. So the whole of Istanbul is like Chutek Mall. So everywhere cars are sliding all over the place. So dangerous. That's why people don't drive. You see, they leave all their cars behind. It's more dangerous to drive than walk, and it's already hard to walk. Look at how hard it is to walk. Look at how hard it is. I actually slipped twice, you know, walking out of my home today because right in front of home is a 45 degree slope. It was so hard. I slipped twice actually, and it's still snowing very heavily. Liana, yeah, snow is wet like UK snow. Yeah, this is see, Istanbul is very much UK kind of weather where it's very humid, very wet, you know. Astro Boy doesn't scatter salt on the rock. No, not here. Not here. In Korea, yes, but here, like I say, you know, Turkey is a simple country. There's not a lot of public service going on. You have to take care of yourself most of the time. Elijah, 택시 서비스 전환해 주세요. 아니, it's more dangerous to take. You know, Elijah, you still don't get it. It's more dangerous to take a taxi than to walk right now. If you take a taxi, you're very likely to get in an accident, and then you end up having to pay for the accident because you engaged the taxi. It's even worse. This is the kind of time in the snow, you always avoid any form of vehicles. Try not to take any form of vehicles when it's snowing. A lot of people don't know this, yeah? They think like, oh, it's snowing, so I should take a vehicle. No, that's how you die. Just 2 tourist buses went over the hill yesterday, and so many people died. Okay, you avoid. Okay, again, let me give you guys the pro tip again. If you're going to a Four Seasons country, especially hilly countries like Turkey, during snowy days, you avoid taking buses, you avoid taking cars, okay? Because you're very likely to get in trouble. Just rock on, stay positive. Shish, shish. Now I was in Russia for a while. That's how I know they use sand and grit to create friction. Wow, make walk easy. Yeah. Yeah. See, when you're in Russia, the kind of deep, cold places, right? They do this kind of thing because snow is thick enough and the ice is thick enough for this kind of thing. But not when it's like half ass, half not here, half not there, not the extreme, but yet enough to get in trouble. Yeah, here. Elma, I prefer that you stay home on days like this. I prefer to stay home on days like this, honestly. If not for live streaming, I won't be out. I'm telling you guys honestly. And it's still snowing heavily. I still don't really want to go out there. Yeah, Elijah, this is better to wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the snow to die down a little bit before I walk out again. I'm gonna get all wet. And it's quite a walk actually. I'm gonna walk all the way down at least 300 meters. Not easy. Astro Boy, shishis. Moscow snow roads are really yucky. Yeah, public service, a lot gets shut here. Yeah. Even here, there's no public service. There's no people like in Korea, in Seoul, snowy days like this, you have like trucks spraying hot water on the roads, putting salt on the pavements and stuff. But there's no such public services here. Shish, at Astro Boy, agree. Even at lower temperatures, they use sand making snow into mud like mess, which is just pain to walk on. Man, it's very hard to go out there right now. And I'm not like 100% recovered yet. I cannot afford to get wet in the snow. I'm still having my cough. I'm still having inflammation in my lungs. I cannot afford to get wet out in the cold, out in the snow. Oh man, this is hard. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, right? Like COVID is a monster. You can recover from all the symptoms properly, but the inflammation will stay for a very long time. I like it how indoors here people can smoke. But honestly, I really don't think. I think I might be sitting here for quite a long while, and I need to preserve some battery to make the video about how and why snow ages you. So I may like end this live stream pretty much in a few minutes time, okay? Drink ginger, drink more ginger and honey. Yeah. I probably are gonna buy later on from the supermarket. I'm also very concerned and very worried about honey because so much fake honey going on. Liana, the only good thing with the snow is it makes you enjoy hot food more. For me, I still love snow. This is probably my 21st snow in my life, and I still love it. I still love it because I don't have to go to work early in the morning. I don't have to go to school early in the morning. I can sit here and wait for the snow to stop if I want to. I enjoy the snow because it's beautiful, but I can imagine what a bitch snow is. No, if early in the morning you have to go to work, go to school in this, man, it's hard. Oh, the snow is getting very heavy. Still getting heavier. Very likely we won't be able to do the second part of today's tour. So if you guys are curious about the snow, how it looks like, please rewatch today's live stream, the first 20 minutes of today's live stream where I actually show you guys the snow in the park and the neighborhood, okay? For 20 minutes I was out there in the snow showing you guys all these things. So if you missed it, do rewatch this live stream. I'm very unlikely to head out there anytime soon because the snow is very strong. So I'm just gonna like hunker down here for a while, and I still need to preserve battery because I need to make another video today about why snow ages you very quickly. So we may have to just end it in this cafe in, let's say, 5 minutes time. Elijah, did the Korean restaurants sell yucha? No, of course not. No yucha. No yucha here. If there's no yucha here, how do you get yucha? Liana, I have weak immune systems and break out in cold hives. I have cold hives as well. Yeah, I do. I have cold hives as well. Elma, eat anti-inflammation food and drinks. Astro Boy, have a great day. Have a great day, everybody. Very heavy. So you guys see what a beach snow is. Like, if you're a tourist, right? Like most tourists will be out there and everything, but when you're just really leaving somewhere, you honestly won't get out in the snow. Honestly. But yeah, I know what you guys mean, the muddy winter roads of Moscow. It's the same, in fact, I experienced the same. All the way from Moscow to China to Beijing, it's the same muddy thing. But it's good, no? Because the muddy thing gives it friction. Makes it easier to move around. Liana, I like how snow looks, but I don't like being in it. Yeah, I like, right now, like I'm sitting in this very cozy, very comfortable corner, and then just having a warm cup of coffee, watching the snow. This is the life. This is how you enjoy snow. By sitting somewhere cozy, having a warm cup of coffee or ice or hot chocolate, and then watching the snow. This is how you enjoy snow, not being out there, getting wet, getting cold, really. And therefore, I pretty much don't ski. I don't do winter sports at all. Elma, yep. You can still see I still have sunken eyes. I still need to eat. I still need to eat more. My eyes are still sunken. It's just so hard for people to be working in this area. You see, people are just walking down the middle of the road. Why? Because you see, look at the pavement. The pavement, you see the black color. You see, in the pavement, there's a black color strip in the middle, right? Those are all the footprints being compressed into ice. It's impossible to walk on this pavement. That's why everybody's walking in the middle of the road right now. Liana, yeah, you need dry snow for sports. Oh yeah. Even dry snow, you get it all over you, you still get wet. Yeah. Getting wet in snow is the problem to me. Especially your feet. Once your feet gets wet and you're walking, oh my goodness. Good luck, man, your feet gonna rot away. See, everybody's walking down the middle of the road. Nobody's taking the pavement. Because why? Because like I said just now, like I shared just now, you never walk in someone else's footprint in the snow because they compress into ice and it becomes very, very slippery. So everybody's walking down the middle of the road. It's so hard to walk. See how careful this gentleman is walking. And it's gonna go down a slope. Oh man, this is quite a steep slope. This is not an easy walk. Let's see, whoa. He's carrying momentum right now. Carrying momentum. Very dangerous walk. Very hard to walk. It's planning how to take his next step. Very careful, so careful. Very small steps. And you can see here the distinct traffic on a weekday morning today. Only very occasionally get one passing by, because driving in this weather is just too dangerous. Liana, I found that when I lived in Alaska, the snow was very, very dry. Oh yeah. Towards the Arctic, it was very, very dry. You have to wear snowsuits. Elmer, yeah, it's very scary, right? Walking down that slope just now, very scary. You could easily slip and fall. And when you slip and fall, you slide all the way down, and then you may crash into something bad. So yeah, guys, there you have it. This is the reality of snow. The reality of snow is inconvenient. It is dangerous. And actually most people hate it. Like Koreans hate snowing days, by the way. Koreans hate winters. Here it goes down to like -4 degrees Celsius, -4, -5 degrees Celsius, but in Seoul it goes down to -16, -17. In Beijing, it goes down to minus 30. Yeah, I did minus 30 for 5 years. But the Beijing is dry cold, so it's not as cold as minus 16 degrees in Seoul, which is wet cold. Wet cold is very cold. And Seoul is wet cold. Beijing is dry cold. Here is wet cold as well. That's why here minus 4 degrees Celsius, minus 3 degrees Celsius actually feel very cold. Still rain, still. The snow actually slowed down quite a bit, so people are beginning to come out right now. But still fully dressed, fully geared, yeah? But this snow is still enough to get me all wet by the time we get to the bottom of this slope. So yeah, I think for today's live stream, this. So yeah, guys, there you have it. And today I'm so happy to I've not had so many old friends here for a very long time. Yeah, Liana, of course, Liana is always around. Elma, Elijah, Astro Boy, everybody, Shishi, especially Shishi's old friends, like everybody around. You know, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Do join me tomorrow as well. Yeah, don't let me be. I'm always like turning on the thing and nobody's around. I mean, after 10 minutes I just end. Oh, such a bummer. So Liana, I hate being out in the snow because people throw it at me. Here nobody does it. Nobody throws snow at each other. Because actually throwing snow at each other is extremely rude, you know, because you're getting that person all wet on the inside. Because when you throw, and the snow gets into your scarf, right? Get into these little holes, and then you get wet inside. Wow, that's the worst thing. Getting wet inside. Wow. Yeah, so if you're anything but a tourist, you don't go on the street and throw snow at people because you're making their inner clothes wet, and it's very dangerous in winter. See how hard it is to walk. But saying the snow kind of like slow down quite a bit, so a lot of people are coming out right now. So everybody's just waiting for the snow to slow down before they come out. But this is still heavy. Just now, during the first 20 minutes of this live stream when I was showing you guys the neighborhood, it was a lot better than this. Oh, I wonder why it says 54 minutes. Actually, we've been on for more than an hour. But anyways, thanks a lot for you guys once again for joining me today. I really hope to see all of you guys coming on again like old times, yeah. Because I think we kind of lost momentum for a few weeks, yeah. Through my house moving and my COVID, we kind of lost momentum, and I really miss you guys. And so I really hope that we get our momentum back again. And every day we can chit chat again, yeah. So see you guys tomorrow, yeah. And stay tuned for today's video, which I'm gonna make later on after the snow kind of slow down, about why snow ages you very quickly. Yes, snow is very bad for anti-aging, right? So see you guys tomorrow. It's a date. 안녕.